this morning. Here in Germany, we have a beautiful morning. So let's look at our wisdom sharing for today. As you know, I'm going through this book, Happiness Here and Everywhere by Jaswint Singh. And we have looked at 6 chapters so far. Quickly going through those chapters, how to deal with depression. So basically, in that we saw that instead of focusing on misery, look outwards, look into the beautiful things that you have in your life, and be active. The second chapter was the purpose of our life, and quite surprisingly, it is to be of some use to others. That is the purpose of our life. Yeah? And when we are being useful to others, it's for our own happiness. So that's the beauty of it. Then we looked at power of a smile, and we know that the language of love is a smile. Don't save it, just give it to others. It's free. Then we looked at stop judging, stop being the general manager of the universe. Yeah. And then we looked at how to de-stress yourself. So basically, take time out. Yeah. Give yourself a break. The world will not shatter if you just take time out from your busy schedule. Give time to your loved ones, to your parents, to your children, to your friends. Then we looked at what is unconditional love, and in that we saw that you will not never realize what real love is until you love everyone. So there is no anyone who can be kept out of your love. So you have to love everyone. Be the source of the love. And today we'll have a look into managing your expectations. So this time I will begin with the joke. The author has, a particular way of writing his chapters, and he ends with a joke. And so this time I said I'll begin with a joke. Walking up to a department store's fabric counter, an attractive young woman said, "I want to buy this material for a new dress. How much does it cost?" "Only 1 kiss per yard," replied the smirking male clerk. Not to be taken aback by the harassment, the woman said, "That's fine. I'll take 10 yards, please." With expectation and anticipation written all over his face, the clerk hurriedly measured out and wrapped the cloth, then held it out teasingly, leaning forward to receive his payment. The woman snapped up the package and pointed to a little old man standing beside her. "Grandpa will pay the bill," she smiled. So this proves that what you expect is not necessarily what you get. Yeah. So that was the joke. I said, let's start with it. And now some inspiring thoughts. And the 3 that I picked up from this chapter are, the first one is by Edward de Bono. He says, unhappiness can best be defined as the difference between our talents and our expectations. Okay. So unrealistic expectations, basically. The second one is from Sue Fitzmaurice, and she says, disappointment doesn't stem from expectations, it stems from unrealistic or unreasonable expectations. So something similar. And the third one is from Dr. Wayne Dyer, and he says, God will work with you, not for you. Know that your life is a gift and that the universe owes you nothing and is not beholden to you in any way. So life never said that, I'll be easy, you can have it your way. No, nobody owes you anything. So this is, and then the author explains that why when we grow up, we become a distrusting personality. So we don't trust easily people, and that's because of our grooming. When we are growing up, our parents tell us, "Oh, be careful. People might take advantage of you," and things like that. And this is out of their love and care, of course. But basically, this is how the whole seed of expectations and not fulfilling those expectations and frustration it causes. This is how it happens. And there's a definition which he gives. Expectations can be defined as evaluations, whether conscious or unconscious, that a person forms of oneself, another person, an event, and or an experience, which lead to them to then assume that the expectation is valid. So he really, based on his judgment, again, it's a judgment. He thinks that, oh, this is what it should happen like this. This person should behave like this. It was, unconsciously, you're so confident that this is how he should behave. So, but it doesn't happen that way, and then it's a lot of unhappiness. Therefore, we need to understand that in order to live a happy life, we must be able to manage our expectations in a realistic balance. And then he talks about three areas: expectations of the self. A lot of our unhappiness is derived from our not measuring up to our own expectations. So basically, here he says that, you have to remember that nobody is perfect. Remind yourself that while striving for excellence is important, it is impossible to be perfect. Then simply try to learn the lesson, laugh at your mistake, break away from your shell of frustration by understanding the lesson and moving on to the next lesson which life wants to teach you for your own personal growth. The only expectation you must promise yourself to keep is to always do your best and then leave the rest. So this is also, we hear so many times, when we are growing up, do your best and leave the rest to God, or that's it. That's the only expectation which you should have from yourself, is that you will always do your best. Expectations of others. One of the most illogical games people play is to expect totally unrealistic things of others. And when others don't live up to their expectations, they are shocked and offended. So here he says, instead of behaving in this way, instead of demanding how people should respond to you, respond to your help, need for help or whatever, just if they don't live up to that, your expectations, don't cry about it. Don't spend your energy, you know, cursing that person or cursing yourself that why did you trust that person. Don't there's no point in that. Just alter your how you define that person in your life. Just look for options. What he's saying is, when dealing with expectations of others, we need to take responsibility for ourselves in every relationship. We can only take responsibility for ourselves. For example, if a person cannot or will not be there for us, then it is better to alter our expectations or change the limits of the relationship to accommodate that person's unavailability. It is no point expecting him to change to meet your agenda. It's far more peaceful to look for options yourself than to get stuck to the expectation. So you have nothing, you have lost nothing if you have been betrayed. Yeah? Just look for some other options. That's it. And then the third, expectations from events. So basically, since expectations are future based, many people prefer to read their horoscope with the hope of learning what to expect in the future. However, if we have basic common sense, we don't need a horoscope to know what to expect. And he gives an example. If you enroll in a course, study very hard, and do all your assignments with full enthusiasm, you will pass the course. There's no other outcome. On the other hand, if you skip classes, never study, or do your assignments, you will fail the course. Simple, isn't it? So, where's the need of a horoscope? Each act you do or fail to do creates your future. It is safe to expect reward for your right actions and suffer the consequences of your wrong actions. So where is the mystery in this? So then he says, have realistic expectations. He says, most people confuse expectations with standards of excellence. Okay? You are not to lower your standards of excellence or accept poor performance, nor are you not to hold people accountable. You must simply learn to make room in your heart for mistakes, errors, and bad moods. Okay, if it is not met, it is not met. Move on. On the one hand, you need to have high expectations and to expect things will work out well for you. On the other hand, when you expect too much from life, when you are unrealistic in your demands, you set yourself up for disappointment. So you need to work out a peaceful balance. Wake up to reality, break away from illusions of your expectations. Instead, alter your expectations to keep your dream alive, but at a reasonable pace. And then there is a poem, a slightly long one, which I selected, but I liked it. Uh, it's a bit depressing in the beginning, but then it gets better. What else did you expect? When you despised everything you did, ever since the time you were a kid, keeping bad thoughts in your mind jailed, why did you wonder when you failed? What else did you expect? When you argued with everyone around and pointed out errors to all like a hound? And now that nobody wants to be with you, why do you blame luck? Wasn't it all due to you? What else did you expect? When you never spoke a single word of praise at a time when somebody needed a little raise, and now that you yourself are feeling down, why do you sit there lonely with a frown? What else did you expect? When you desperately wanted to succeed with the least effort, work, or good deed, and now that you couldn't make it as you thought, why are you annoyed, angry, and feeling all hot? What else did you expect? It's never too late to change your fate. Remember this time, mark this date. From now on, make it your life's main goal to spread your love to every single soul. Go be a brother to all you meet. Give an old lady your own bus seat. Try feeling love in each and every action. See the happy change in others' reaction. For good begets good, and love begets love. This is the law from the heaven above. Feel the elation of heartily standing tall. Suddenly, why are you loved by one and all? What else did you expect? Just wincing. So, and then the action plan, of course, there are two actions. Ask nothing of anyone. Keep reminding yourself they owe me nothing. I expect nothing from them. And the second action is expect the best, but don't get stuck to the expectation. Be prepared to accept where life takes you. Welcome the surprises, welcome the challenges, welcome the failures in your life. Work, plan, prepare well, but be ready to accept that no matter how hard you try, life isn't always going to go as planned. The surprise is the fun, isn't it? So, friends, with that, I conclude, and I would love to hear some sharings from some of you. Maybe Ram sir, if you are there. I have some expectations from you, but
I was about to start with that.
I expect that you can sing beautifully,
you know, um,
even a Hindi song.
Hindi song. Hmm. Yes, I will surely come there. The reality could be different though. So, uh, very, very beautiful topic it is because everything we do even before starting the thing in the in our mind, we start thinking because we look at the outcome. It's a fundamental thing that the way we are programmed since we are born. We do something because something is the outcome, so we start to expect. And majority of the issues come up because of our unrealistic expectation and not being flexible to accept the outcome, irrespective of even when we start, maybe we always have a higher expectation, but when we do not accept the outcome, all problems start. So there is one more aspect to the expectation that comes when you are sharing a small reflection is with expectations, we land into assumptions and assumptions lead into misery. We never seek clarity. We make our own assumptions because of our unrealistic expectations. It would not happen. And in our mind, we think it must happen. And so we make assumptions. And assumptions lead to disasters. Everything will fall apart. So then the follow up comes whenever you have an expectation, never expect from others, but from your own self, and always do your best. And accepting whatever comes is always the best. So, yes, it is very beautiful starting with the funny story and then the whole wisdom. This author is so beautiful in the way he brings in the wisdom, mixing it various aspects, poetry, wisdom, and then joke. I really love this. So spirituality should be like that. It should be fun. It should be engaging. So thanks a lot for bringing us such beautiful wisdom. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I really liked this book. It was lying in my bookshelf and I never looked at it. But maybe one day I will give him a call and I will ask him to, spend
Yeah.
some time with us if he's available, if he remembers me. So, but I will try to find out his number and give him a call.
Yes. Yes. We do our best and we leave the rest. No
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Anyone else? If there's any sharing, we are exactly at 7 o'clock German time. Thank you, Nantini ji, for the message. So I guess,
Yes. So we meet soon, Raji.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
For now, bye.